Hello, parents. This is Mary Keenley, principal of St. Teresa School, and this is the very first parent update of the 2021-22 school year. For those of you new to St. Teresa School, welcome. We're so excited that you're part of the family, and we're very excited to introduce you to the parent update. This preview contains important information regarding the start of the school year as well as information about the school year as a whole. I encourage you to print out or follow along with the slide deck so that you can note what is important to you so that you feel informed and ready for the start of the school year. There is such an air of excitement this year about the start of the school year. Our enrollment is up, as you will hear later in this presentation. Our new teaching staff is marvelous, and we're very excited about some of the developments that are occurring. We are very aware that we'll be a year complete with challenges like many years are, but we're willing to face those challenges as long as we can do it together. And that leads us to our theme for the 2021-22 school year, Strength Together for the journey we are on. We are so excited to be back in the building, and we cannot wait for you to get back in here. As you'll hear in the presentation, the curriculum nights are coming up, and it will be the first time that many of you have been here in 18 months, and for a whole lot of you, the first time ever to see your child's school. We cannot wait. It's going to be great to be together to face this journey that we have, the journey of academics, the journey of the social formation of your children here at St. Teresa School. But above all, we all know that this journey is a journey to Jesus, and we know that it's best walked together. I don't know if you had a chance to catch The Chosen. It's that new video series that's been viraling out. I was able to watch it this summer, and one of my big takeaways from this video was this idea of community, of how important it is that we are together, that we support each other, that we are there for each other, even, as you'll see in St. Peter, when we're acting like knuckleheads sometimes. So the journey that we're on this year of math and science and history, above all, is a journey to Jesus that we are going to walk together. And this theme, this idea, is leading us to our first of 4 goals for the school year. Are you ready for goal number 1? Our first goal is that we live unity and charity with each other. We are living this together as a faculty team. It's a faculty goal that we have, and it's also a goal for the school-wide community. In sum, we're going to be nice. There are going to be contradictions. There are going to be differences of opinion. There's going to be passion over topics, everything from uniforms to COVID vaccinations to whatever. But it's not going to matter because we are going to be united and we are going to be kind to each other. Kind when we are socializing, kind when we're arguing with each other. That's the goal, to do what Jesus did and to think of the other and to be kind with each other. And on the subject of being kind to each other, let's head into our first topic, COVID. The Archdiocese in the state of Illinois has established a set of guidelines to help us run the school safely this year. Let's walk through them now. The first guideline is that of masks. Very simply, everyone inside the buildings must be masked, regardless of age, regardless of vaccination status. If you're in the building, you have a mask on. We are living that right now. Just a reminder to parents, I know it's ugly and I know it's pain, but the mask has to cover the nose and the mouth when you are inside the building. The nice change for this year is that we do not have to wear masks outside of the building. Therefore, we will be outside as much as we can. The Parents Association are putting the tents up again next week, so the tents are going back up and we will be outside. Some social gatherings will be outside, the kids will be outside, so hopefully we get those kids out of the masks as much as we possibly can. But inside the building, everyone is masked, covering the nose and the mouth. The distancing requirement is recommended at 3 feet. We will be living this distancing as much as possible as long as it doesn't interfere with the other part of your child's existence, their formation and their education. Classrooms are being set up to promote learning, and we will be having lunch in the lunchroom, trying to respect this 3 feet recommendation as much as we can. Gatherings are allowed. We can have lunch together, we can have sports activities, we can have parent events. If these events are indoor, clearly they will be masked. If they are outdoor, they will not be, but at least we can gather. We do not have to respect cohorts this year. The kids can play with whomever they want at recess. They can change classrooms. The teachers can be working in their room, so art is in the art room and science is in the science lab. No more cohorts. We are maintaining our cleaning regimens because they worked not only for COVID, but also for strep and flu and all those other things. So we will be maintaining the cleaning regimens that we had last year. We are respecting the hand cleaning as well, and a basic rule of thumb that we will be living is every time we enter a space, the hands will be either sanitized or washed. The bubblers are still out of commission. We are only using water bottles, but thanks to the generosity of the class of 2020 and the Girl Scouts, we are adding 2 new water fillers in the building, one right outside the O'Brien where the kids have lunch, and one in the gym area. So no bubblers, but the water bottles and the water bottle fillers will be available. Regarding quarantines, if a child, a teacher, anyone is showing a symptom, they will be sent home immediately for a period of 24 hours. If the symptoms subside within 24 hours, the individual may return because they no longer have symptoms. If the symptoms exceed 24 hours, they can return upon a negative COVID test, or they can return with a note from a doctor with a non-COVID diagnosis. For example, does not have COVID, has strep, does not have COVID, just has a bad cold. That can get you back in the building, and the staff as well. In the event that a child pulls a positive test or a staff member, it's an automatic 10-day quarantine regardless of vaccination status. If a family member of a student or a staff member pulls positive, it again is an automatic 10-day quarantine. There will be no class quarantines unless there are multiple cases at the same time within the class. If it looks like a whole class is going down, then we will quarantine a class, but otherwise it's just the individual. Regarding travel, we are following the Chicago City guidelines for travel. If you are vaccinated, your child is vaccinated, there are no travel quarantines. If you or your child are not vaccinated, that they can return upon a negative test that was done within 72 hours before returning to Illinois, or quarantining until you can prove a negative test here in Palatine. Vaccinations are available for everyone 12 and older, and we do strongly encourage vaccination. However, they are not required at this time. We have no information about the future of this, and we also do not know at this time when the youth vaccinations will be available. We strongly encourage them. We encourage you to read the Holy Father's letter regarding vaccinations, but they are not required at this time. In terms of remote learning, we will only be performing remote learning if the whole class is quarantined. If your child is out because they're sick or because they're quarantined, we will be using traditional sick day transmission on paper through Google Classroom, etc. We will not be teaching remotely unless the whole class is quarantined. In addition to the health guidelines that we've just stated and the quarantine guidelines, I also want you to be very aware of stress in the child and in the situations that we're in. We are very concerned about the stress that the situation is putting both on our staff members and on the kids and on you. We are concerned about relational loss in the students because of the covering of the face as well as because of the separation that they've had. And we also know that COVID has caused a significant amount of home stress in various families due to employment changes or being at home with the kids so much or concern about the disease. We also know that stress is appearing due to passionate opinions about vaccines and masks. I know it's causing a lot of angst for a lot of you, and it's something that we're watching out for. We are also, in the area of language development, watching our younger students. We have some concerns about the loss of language development because of the covering of the face. Language is acquired multimodally. It's acquired by the eyes as much as it is by the ears. And with the faces covered, we are concerned about language loss, and we will be watching and screening for that this year. So this year, as we follow all these guidelines and we begin our school year, just a reminder that our first goal is to live unity and charity with each other. And we know that we can do it. We can be like Jesus and be kind to everyone, whether we agree, disagree, whether they're annoying the heck out of us or doing us a favor. Let's go for this, and let's really master this goal at St. Teresa this year. I'd like to take the opportunity to introduce you to the STS faculty team. You know we have had a lot of changes on our team this year, but we're very excited about the developments. The St. Teresa School teacher is a very unique being. They are committed to St. Teresa School and all the different aspects of working on our staff, not just teaching, but uniting with you, forming a Christian scholar. The teacher is not only excellent in her profession, but she's concerned about her own spiritual and academic growth as well. In our early childhood team, we're very excited to welcome to the team 3 new members. Mrs. Amanda Pantley will be teaching in the reopened 4th classroom, and joining us as instructional aides are Mrs. Maureen Olson and returning to the team, Ms. Margot Lance. In the primary grades, teaching 2nd grade is Ms. Ari Celia. And coming to the intermediate team is Mrs. Mimi Conrad in 3rd grade. In our middle school, we welcome Ms. Carissa Wozniak, who will be teaching math and working in the 8th grade homeroom with Ms. McGuire. On enrichment, we're very excited to welcome Mr. Tim Lahart to our PE team. And in resource, Mrs. Celeste Kerr, who will be our reading teacher. In STEP, we welcome Mrs. Gail Gibson and Ms. Catherine Plishka to the STEP staff. In the administration, we welcome Mrs. Joni Schwarzbach, who is filling a new position of operations administrator. She will be supporting the principal in all the non-academic functions of the school, managing schedules and accounts payable, tuition management, she's your go-to for tuition, as well as facilities management. You may or may not realize another team that we have here at school, which is the Administrative Council. The Administrative Council is the Principal's Council, which allows me to have collegiality in my decision making. Basically, it adds perspective and dimension to all the decision making. Being a principal can get pretty holed up and pretty narrow sometimes, and this allows me to have other perspectives when I make decisions. For this year, our Administrative Council will consist of the following: a primary team representing preschool through 2nd grade led by Ms. Deljudas, an intermediate team representing 3rd through 5th grades led by Ms. Amanda Wozniak, a middle school team representing 6th through 8th grade, which will have a rotating member on the Administrative Council starting with Mrs. Ballard, and then new to the Administrative Council, an enrichment team to represent the non-homeroom perspective of decisions. And starting this rotation will be Miss Rachel Brochu. Another part of the team is our Board of Specified Jurisdiction, the BSJ, or our version of a school board. This board takes care of all non-academic functions, such as finance and operations at the building, marketing, and development. They work in the committee model, and so if you get asked to serve on a BSJ committee, please think about saying yes. It's a great group of people. 60% are not from the St. Teresa community exactly, and they do a lot of work for us. Specifically right now, they're working in the area of marketing and development. And please, if you get a tap on the shoulder, please pray on it and consider saying yes to participating on a BSJ committee. So all these people on the team have been getting ready for the new year, and there has been a lot going on. Thanks to the excellence of our staff and the savvy of Mrs. Kolbus in the admissions office, we are looking at once again increased enrollment, currently sitting at 422. And as you can see in the diagram, that is a steady increase in our enrollment since about 2015, 2016. We are recovered completely from the COVID dip, and we have also recovered additional growth. So we are back on track at a growth rate of approximately 5% per year, including the lost year last year. So we are very excited about this depth that we have and the bulk in our classrooms, giving your children more opportunities to learn and grow and have friends. We have also been working on several projects that will help us in our spiritual life, and we are super excited about these. First of all is the return to Mass on Tuesdays. We don't know what time these Masses will be at. They will start at 9 o'clock, but we will keep you informed as the time. Everyone is invited to participate in these Masses, and all the kids, 1st through 8th grade, will be attending every week, and the younger kids will be attending from time to time. We are also very excited about the opening of the Holy Face of Jesus Eucharistic Adoration Chapel, which will be consecrated by Bishop Grob on September 8th. This is the new Adoration Chapel, and I've been in there a couple times, and holy cow, it is gorgeous. I can't wait for you to see this beautiful temple built to our Lord and a beautiful holy place we will have to pray. But hopefully we won't have to go that far because our chapel is finally in the works. We hope to start work in January and consecrate the chapel right after Lent at Easter time, so that not only will we have the major chapel in the parish building, but we will have our own semi-private oratory with the Blessed Sacrament present right here in the middle of the school building. This will be available to our students, obviously, but to you as well, to come and have some quiet time and quiet conversation with our Lord, truly present in our tabernacle. Also supporting us this year is our beginning of the study of the theology of the body, focusing on the gift of self. Coming in January, we are going to be starting a special study, a catechesis on the Eucharist, talking about the gift of Jesus in the Eucharist and preparing us for the opening of our chapel, hopefully right after Easter. So let's talk a minute about the theology of the body. Our second goal for this year is the integration of the theology of the body into our culture and our instruction. We will be learning and understanding the concepts of Christian anthropology and learning how to apply these concepts and the language it produces to our worldview and to our problem solving. Now, when you think about the critical issues in our world today, and I know it won't take you long because there are so many, we find things like racism and pandemics and government structures and environmental concerns. There are so many. But all of them can be solved and solved beautifully if we look at the design that we have been given. We look to the act of creation itself. That act of creation, the design of humanity, offers us an insight into the answers to problems like racism, to problems like environmental concerns, to problems like how to govern a country. We find this specifically in Genesis 2. It is not good for the man to be alone. What this tells us is that man was designed to be in relationship with the other, that we are designed to live in community, working together in support of the world that God gave us. In our study this year, the children and the staff and even you at home will begin to understand each person who is, was, or ever will be created as a unique and unrepeatable instance of God's love. We will begin to develop an understanding of the gift of self and the ultimate gift of self, Jesus Christ himself, in the Eucharist. And the beautiful piece of all this is that it is embedded in classical literature. We will be teaching these concepts through Genesis, obviously, but also through beautifully written classical literature that tells a beautiful story of who we are and what God has intended for us. We are all very excited about this. It's been long in coming, and it is going to be a beautiful addition to what you are offering your child here as you are forming them into Christian scholars. Now, to take a little bit of a turn off of the theology of the body, another development that we have had this summer is an access to grant funding. We are receivers of the EANS grant, the Emergency Aid to Non-Public Schools. It is in 2 parts. We're working on the first part right now. Through this grant, we are able to recoup some of our losses from spring 2020 on, and using the funds to make sure that our kids have access to technology to learn, which includes both the faculty side of computers and peripherals as well as the student side. Stay tuned for very specific information about this as the year goes on. We are also recipients of the ECF grant, which is through the FCC, and I know, a lot of acronyms. You ain't seen nothing. You should see my paperwork. The ECF grant is going to offer Chromebooks for all students grade K through 8, so that by the end of this year, we anticipate that we will be fully one-to-one with new Chromebooks for all of our students. One of the concerns that we have when we apply for grants like this is, what is our obligation? My dad always used to teach me there's no such thing as a free lunch. So what is our obligation? Well, you can be comforted in knowing that our obligation is simply state recognition. And we have pursued state recognition consistently and successfully since recognition requirements were put out. We are not concerned of having to change our curriculum. We're not concerned about having to change our admissions requirements. Our curriculum stays the way it is because we have full state recognition, which entitles you to access these things from the federal government. Now, on the subject of how we're going to be using these grants, let's talk a little bit about tech integration and our third goal. And our third goal for the year is tech integration. We've been actively using technology for many years and using it in a very unique way these past 2 years. Now we're, in a sense, going to take a step backwards and look at the way we are using technology. How are we integrating technology into our instruction? Our teachers and the students will learn and apply the key concept of technology integration into our instruction. We will be learning about the new hardware that we're receiving, everything from projectors to projection walls and new computers, and using them to their best advantage for student learning. As a faculty, we are going to be looking at the ISTE standards and identify specific technology standards that will be the STS standards for teachers and learners in the school. And along with this, building an official STS canon of software, the official software that we use to teach and learn. Another development that we have this year is in the science realm, and it connects very closely with Christian anthropology, is our new garden. Now, a funny story about this garden. We decided to do this last year, and we were creating a hands-on inquiry garden for the younger kids, preschool and kindergarten. And we put in the work order to get the soil tilled and to get the garden evened out and backfilled with soil. And some members of our staff got so excited about this that they went ahead and planted the garden. This wasn't supposed to start until like February next year. But we went ahead and planted, and we actually have planted an experimental pumpkin patch. And we're actually growing real pumpkins. And I know this is for the kids, but I have had a blast this summer watching things grow. I'm such a city girl. I've never seen this thing before. How a pumpkin grows and how there are male and female plants and where pumpkins generate and how they grow along and why you have to turn them. And it's just been a really exciting time for me seeing the pumpkins. We hope the pumpkins to continue to grow and mature for our little ones so that they will have access to the pumpkin patch and actually pick and use our own pumpkins in their studies this fall. The best part of the garden, though, in addition to the wonderful learning opportunity it presents our early learners, is our docent. we have on staff now an official garden docent, Mrs. Dottie Burns, who is the queen of the garden and who's going to make this a wonderful experience for us all this year. So as we come together again, one of the key functionaries in our building is our Parents Association, your Parents Association. The function of the Parents Association this year is connection, helping us reconnect with each other and reconnect with our school. The PA did an amazing job last year taking care of the kids, taking care of the staff, making sure that some of those special things that we thought we would have to give up still occurred. But this year, they have a ton of opportunity to coordinate events for parents and to take care of the kids and make sure that this year is extra special. So keep an eye out for all the great PA activities, the fun ones, the fundraising ones, the ways to honor our teachers, the return of special lunches on Wednesday, and the return of the fun events like Dads and Donuts and Catholic Schools Week, all those great activities that we have going through our Parents Association. I encourage you to stay in tune with the PA, watching their communication, and thinking about volunteering and participating in some of the activities. They have some volunteerism that is very small and minor and some that is larger. No matter what it is, make it a goal for yourself that you're going to volunteer and participate in at least one PA activity this year. One of the things that you can do that is extremely helpful also is to share your ideas, experiences that you've had, ideas that you have, ways to make the school year fun for the kids or ways for parents to gather and connect with one each other. The Parents Association is as good as you make it, and if I'm reading this correctly, it's going to be rather amazing this year. So watch for more coming from the PA and get involved this year. It's a great year to get involved. Promos for some upcoming events. Our bonfire is back on Saturday, the 25th of September, starting with Mass at 5 p.m. and then following in the grounds for the bonfire. And then returning again this year, we hope, is Grandparents' Day, scheduled on our feast day, the Feast of Saint Therese, October 1st, starting with Mass in the church and following with the traditional open house back in the building. Let your grandparents and those special senior people in your child's life know October 1st, the place to be is STS. Also not officially a PA event, but one that a lot of us participate in, and it's great fun on a morning in October, is the Trot for Teresa. It'll be on October 2nd this year. Watch for information how to sign up, how to sponsor a team, and how to have a great morning racing on the campus of St. Teresa. One of the ways that we stay connected is through our communication systems. So I wanted to stop for a minute and just talk a little bit about our communication systems here at St. Teresa. There's a lot that we communicate. First and foremost, the activities in the life of the school, whether it be PA events that are social, academic things coming from the classrooms, institutional things about the school, a lot of communication about the life of the school. This occurs in three dynamics: on the Thursday newsletter that comes to your email box, so it's electronic, on School Rush, which is the messages that you get on the School Rush app, and then also on the monitor in the front hall here. We communicate changes in schedules, changes in experiences via email, School Rush, and also on Google Classroom for the older students. We communicate issues of progress and status on things very simply like report cards for the older students in Open Power School, parent-teacher conferences, phone calls, progress and status of your child here at St. Teresa. Our parent education will be communicated via the Martin Center. This is new, and watch for this as the year progresses. Any emergency communications we have will be communicated first by School Rush, then followed by phone and email. If it is an individual emergency, like your child is sick, that will be via phone call. We communicate using a wide variety of techniques. Old school phone, email from the Archdiocese as you've been receiving, School Rush, Seesaw in the younger grades, Google Classroom in the older grades. Classroom teachers have their own system. We have online systems such as the attendance line and attendance notes. And of course, one of the best ways to communicate is in person. I also encourage you to stay on top of the website. Mrs. Colvis puts a great website together, and our webmaster has done a great job keeping it up to date with its technical side. There are two really important aspects of our website, in addition to all the cute pictures of the kids. One is the quick links box, and the other is the backpack. Also on here is the school store, where you can buy spiritware and buy tickets to special events. Stay on top of the website. If you haven't been on it, hop on and explore a little bit. But regardless of how we're communicating, you still have to read it. And I encourage you to make it a goal for yourself this year to really read the communication that comes across so that you can digest it, you can understand it, and you know what is expected of you or your child or what you need to talk to the school about. If you are struggling with this, for example, this monstrous presentation that I'm giving you right now, I encourage you to reach out to a more experienced parent. There are some parents that have this nailed. They are just on top of things. They stay organized. They manage the communication. They are the best ones to talk about because they're living it practically. Reach out and ask for help if you're struggling with all this communication that's coming across. But make a commitment this year, make it your goal that you're going to read the stuff and manage it properly in your home. Okay, I have no real connection here, but I'm going to lead now to the fourth goal. And the fourth goal has to do with communicating student progress. And we are going to be focusing on the efficient and effective use of our progress monitoring system, iReady. We are going to be shoring up the administration of the assessment so it is more consistent than it has been now that we've had the experience and we don't have the obstacles we had in the past. Altogether, teachers, students, and parents are going to grow in our understanding of the data and how our students are growing and what we can do to help them grow. We are going to be using the tools, the students using the learning path, and the teachers, the teacher toolbox that comes with iReady. And finally, we're going to be working with the students to help them to be accountable for their own growth, to understand what their growth and progress is, to help them set goals, and to be the masters of their own growth. The focus of this is understanding the data that we are given so that we can become data informed. And I'm loving this because prior to now, everything was being about data driven, and now we're switching our tone to one of being data informed. That's the way I roll. What does the data tell us and what can it do to our instruction? How can I learn more effectively? How can I set different goals for myself? So watch for more information coming about the iReady and the first iReady assessment, which will be right away in the first week of schools in grades 1 through 8 and in a few weeks for kindergarten. Just a quick comment about summer study. iReady is offline. It is outside of our control at this point in time. So if you have not done your iReady summer math, we do not have access to it as of this date. We have notified the Archdiocese and they are working on getting ours back up. It's halfway up, so some of you might be able to access it, but it is currently offline. This has been an immense source of frustration for Ms. Keenly, but we're working on it and we're working with the Archdiocese to get things better. Summer reading should be full going. If you are in 3rd through 8th grade, please be sure you have read the 2 books and are attacking your required book for preparation for the start of school. You will be expected to have that completed by the first day. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, please hop on the website and look up summer study, and you'll find it all listed there. In addition to the COVID guidelines, we also have general operating guidelines for keeping us all safe and well communicated here at school. As I previously announced that our emergency communication comes across School Rush, but also connected to that is the emergency cards that you fill out, those 3 names of people that we can contact in the event that we can't get a hold of you. These cards have to have the names of 3 people who can be at school within 20 minutes to get your child and to speak in your name for your child. Please remember that in our emergency communication, we communicate in a hierarchical fashion. That is, those the most impacted are communicated with first. So for example, if there's an emergency in the building, we're not going to call you first. We're going to call 911 first. Then we will start calling you. There may be times where your neighbor finds out something before you do. That is probably because your neighbor's child was impacted and yours was not. We always follow up afterwards with a general communication so that everybody knows what's going on. I encourage you to read and follow these communications and follow the instructions carefully. Very specifically, if it says do not come onto campus, please do not come onto the campus. Further instructions will clearly follow that, but please follow the instructions carefully. Quarantine information, if it is mass quarantine, will be sent via School Rush. If it is an individual quarantine, it will be sent via phone. As every school, and as you remember from your own schooling, we have drills and procedures that we follow every day. Part of our safety guidelines for the parents is that all parents and visitors have to sign into school and prove a driver's license that they have to hand over to Mrs. Sobey and wear the yellow visitor lanyard in the building, as well as wearing a mask. Anyone that is in the building working with students must be fully Virtus certified, and this includes volunteering for the Halloween party, participating on a field trip, have to be fully Virtus certified. So if you are not yet, you might want to hop on that soon. All parents are expected to follow any drills and emergency procedures if you happen to be in the building when that happens. For example, if the fire alarm goes off when you're in the building, you have to follow the fire alarm procedures. Little tip, follow the kids. The kids all know what they're doing. Follow them and you should be good to go. We will be practicing all our drills with the students on Friday, September 3rd. Prior to that, you will receive a communication from me outlining all the drills and procedures we will be following and what your child can expect from drill day. Again, before you volunteer, you have to be fully Virtus certified, and you have to sign the CANTS form, the Code of Conduct. You have to subject yourself to a background check, and new this year, DCFS certification. Now don't freak out. This is all very easy to do. If you are not Virtus certified, I encourage you to do it as soon as possible because it is still online. It's much easier to do online than it is to have to go in person. So if you're not certified, hop on. If you are certified, you only need to do it once and keep on top of the emails that they send you. Everything else is electronic. The background check and the DCFS certification, it's all online. It's just a question of time in completing it. More on that will be coming. Just some other safety reminders while you're in the building, that we segregate our washroom by size. So the kids use kid washrooms and the adults use adult washrooms. Please do not use the student washrooms. In addition to safety factors associated with that, just use the grown-up washrooms. Grown-up washrooms are in the main office area as well as the faculty washroom downstairs near the O'Brien. When you come in, as I said, sign in and out, wear the lanyard. When you come to the building, please park in the Benton lot and enter through door 1, or park along the edges of the Dolan lot and enter through door 2. Above all, if you see something, if your spidey senses are going off, something just seems wrong to you, please say something. You can come in my office, you can talk to Mrs. Montree, Mrs. Schwartzbeck, Mrs. Sobey, anybody, and just say, something's not right. I smell gas at door 4. There's somebody sitting in the parking lot and they look like they're up to no good. Whatever it is, speak up. We've been able to offset some emergencies because somebody had the wherewithal to say something, and we were able to cut things off before they became a problem. So if you sense something, you see something, hear something, speak up and we'll take care of it. So let's get this year started. The first week of school is very busy, and we'll be going through these events one by one, but here's the overview for the week. Preschool parents. So if you don't have a student in preschool, this does not apply to you. If you do have a student in preschool, take out your pen. Your orientation, preschool parents only, is on Monday, August 23rd at 5 p.m. This is for parents only, no kids. Babies are always allowed because they're babies. On Wednesday, August 25th, preschoolers, you have Meet the Teacher with the rest of the building. This is the time where you and your child come together, open house style, anytime between 7:30 and 11. You bring all their school supplies, their backpacks, you get to meet the teacher, show your child where their desk is, where their hooks and lockers are. Come to meet the teacher with your child. And can other people come? Yes. The whole family can come if you want. It's an open house to introduce your child to his or her teacher. And then preschoolers, your first day of class, if you're a 5-dayer or a 2-dayer, Thursday, August 26th. If you're a 3-dayer, it's Friday, August 27th. The first thing you will receive regarding the orientation is a video presentation. It will come to your email at 6 p.m. on Thursday, August 19th. That's a week from now on Thursday. The second part is the orientation that you will have, which is on Monday, August 23rd at 5. And again, it's for parents only. You're going to want to park either in the Benton lot and enter door 1, or park in the Dolan lot and enter door 2. When you come in the building, you will be greeted. I will be there, Mrs. Kolbus will be there, and we will direct you right to your child's classroom. Kindergarten through 8th grade parents. Okay, now it's your turn. So if you have a child in preschool, this does not apply to you. If your child is in kindergarten through 8th grade, this is your section. Your curriculum night is on Tuesday, August 24th from 5:30 to 8 p.m. And again, this is for parents only. No kids should attend this. Following curriculum night is Meet the Teacher Day, August 25th. Open house style, come anytime between 7:30 and 11. And bring all your school supplies. This is parents and kids together, and again, like the preschool, everybody can come if you want. First day of school for kindergarten through 8th grade is Thursday, August 26th. Be here by 7:20 a.m. and let's get this year rolling. You will also receive a video presentation in your email on Thursday, August 19th at 6 p.m. And then you will have your open house, kindergarten through 8th grade, in the evening. Tuesday, August 24th, between 5:30 and 8. And here's an overview of the schedule. Between 5:30 and 6:15, the kindergarten through 5th grade and 7th and 8th grade classrooms will be open, and the O'Brien will be open, and that's where all the sign-ups are, spirit wear, other parents. So come and visit between kindergarten, 5th grade, 7th and 8th. Your classrooms will be open and the O'Brien will be open. At 6:15, we're asking all parents to come and gather in the O'Brien by grade level. If you have kids in multiple grades, just pick whichever grade you want. They will be gathering, you'll see the table set up. Gathering in the O'Brien, you will have an opportunity to meet other parents in your child's class, and I will be giving a special message of welcome. At 7 o'clock then, we're going to switch more to the middle school. The 6th through 8th grade will have a homeroom session, and then the 6th and 7th grade parents will be able to walk through their child's schedule. From 7 to 8, the K through 5 classrooms will also be open, as well as the O'Brien. So if you have multiple children in the school, take a look at the schedule and see what works for you. If you have students both in the lower grades and in middle school, you may want to do your lower grade students first between 5:30 and 6:15, and then your middle schooler between 7 and 8. If you only have kids in the lower grades, you can choose when you come. But we encourage everyone to be present between 6:15 and 7 in the O'Brien so that we can gather together for the first time in almost 2 years and start this school year off with a bang. If you have any questions or if I've thoroughly confused you, please give me a call or send me an email and I'll walk you through it. What is going to be happening on curriculum night? You'll meet the child's teacher and discover what they will be learning this year and how they will be learning it. You will also get your bus routes and the bus tags for the younger kids. The supply kits will be available in the rooms, and any spirit wear or gym uniforms that you ordered will be available. You will also have the opportunity to purchase gym uniforms, use the used uniform room, and select uniforms for your child. And most importantly, after meeting your child's teacher, you can meet each other, connecting with other parents. Again, Meet the Teacher is the next day on August 25th. It's open house style. You come anytime you want between 7:30 and 11. Park in either the Benton or Dolan lots. Enter through doors 1 or 2. When you come in the building, bring your child to his or her classroom with all the school supplies and backpacks. Feel free to walk around the building and see the building, meet other parents, and it's your last chance to get spiritware, sign up, and just get comfortable with the school. And of course, classes begin on Thursday, August the 26th for kindergarten through 8th grade right at 7:20 a.m. Just a reminder, we are in full uniform this day. You will have bus service, there will be step, and fall athletics are in progress. If you are in preschool, your classes start at 8 a.m. right on August 26th. Coming back this year is a fun activity for preschool and kindergarten parents called Tears or Cheers. Come hang out after you drop your child off in the playground tents in order to celebrate with other parents the start of the school year. Thank you, Parents Association, for reviving this. So just to review, the preview of your parent night will come to your email on August 19th, preschool August 23rd, K through 8 August 24th, everybody for Meet the Teacher on August 25th, and school starts on August 26th. Just a little note about arrival and dismissal. Just a reminder, kindergarten through 8th grade, we're back to the old times. School starts at 7:20. The tardy bell will ring at 7:40, but you're going to want to get here at 7:20, definitely between 7:20 and 7:30. Preschool, your drop-off is at 8 o'clock. Pickup and dismissal at 2:20 Monday through Thursday for K-8, at 1:30 on Fridays, and preschool, your pickup is always at 2 o'clock. If you are coming outside of pickup and drop-off, please park in either the Benton lot and use door 1, or along the edges of the Dolan lot and use door 2. Drop-off and pickup. If your students are on the bus, in the morning the bus drops off on the Benton side. K through 5 will enter through door 1, and 6 through 8 will enter through door 7. If a preschooler will also enter through door 1 and be escorted to the step room. The afternoon bus is still a little up in the air, but follow the bus letter that you will be receiving on curriculum night to find out when your child will be at your door. If you are picking up or dropping off by car in the morning, K through 5 drops off at door 2, which is on the playground side, on the gym side, and 6 through 8 drop off on Benton at the drop-off, like you did last year, and have your child walk the path up to door 7. In the afternoon, pickup through K through 5 is in the playground lot, and 6 through 8 is still in discussion based on what we do with the buses. Preschool, you are always at door 3 and 4, which are on the playground side. When you're picking up or dropping off, just a couple little reminders to keep everybody safe. Watch out for those speed bumps. They can catch you and you don't want to go flying. Remember that your kids have to stay buckled up in the car until the car is stopped and you tell them to get out. Please be sure that your child is sitting on the passenger side of the car so that they can exit through the passenger side onto the sidewalk directly. Please be sure to avoid using cell phones on the campus, and this includes earphones and Bluetooth devices so that 100% of your concentration can be on the pickup and drop-off process and on your child and everybody else's kiddos that are on the campus. Kind of a funny little reminder, please do not put pets in the front seat when you're picking up or dropping off. They cause a huge distraction, and we almost had a very serious accident a couple years ago due to a pet in the front seat. Above all, please go slowly and be patient, remembering that charity that we want to show each other. Your children will be wearing uniforms starting on the very first day of school. We have a standard uniform. If you don't know what it is, hop on the website and you'll find it there. And it really impacts our school environment. K through 8 wears the uniform, preschool does not, and PE uniforms are back this year. Again, hop on the website to find out exactly what PE uniform your child is responsible for. And this includes gym shoes, which is a separate pair of shoes that your child only wears in our gym building. Just a couple quick reminder about the uniforms. Ladies, your skirts have to come at least to the knees in the front and the back. They don't have to go past the knees, but they have to be to the knee in the front and the back. The socks that you wear are white, navy, or black, and they must at least cuff at the ankle. You can wear longer socks, mid-calf or to the knee. That's fine too. The shoes this year are gym shoes for all grades, so you will need 2 pairs of gym shoes. One is the daily shoes that you wear into school, and the second is a special pair that you only wear into the gym building. Ladies, you can wear leggings under the uniform only. Make sure that your socks cover the bottom of the leggings. Gentlemen, sorry to tell you, but haircuts are back. Your haircuts must be above the collar, ears, and eyes, and if you're choosing to wear your hair longer on top, that's fine, but it can't be in your eyes and you can't be messing with it all day. So if you're wearing it longer on top, see if you can figure out how to keep it back during the day. Gym uniforms are back and gym shoes are required, and if your uniform hasn't arrived yet, please check out our used uniform room or dress in nice clothes until the uniform arrives. On dress down days, which we have very consistently on Fridays, we want to be sure that our dress is modest and appropriate for school, both in quality and in coverage. You don't want to come to school looking like a schlub. Ladies, unfortunately, we are changing the legging policy that you cannot wear leggings unless you are fully covered on the top to the top of your knee. That means that you can't just wear leggings with a sweatshirt or with a t-shirt. You have to have your whole backside and everything has to be fully covered. And this is just a simple act of modesty, and I apologize that you are being subjected to this by our culture, but you really have to be covered when you're here at school. Older students, if you want to talk with me about that, I would be more than happy to speak with you. Parents of an older student, let your student advocate. If they want to change this policy, they need to come and see me. But dress down days, it's going to be strongly enforced that you have to be fully covered if you wear leggings to the top of the knee. Also, we want to avoid sweatpants or athletic pants or shorts on dress down days. Spirit wear is basically our spirit wear or event spirit wear, anything that has the STS name or logo on it, or just green and gold or green and yellow clothing. Don't forget that you can purchase spirit wear on preschool orientation and on curriculum night, or just hop on the website and go to the school store. Coming up are a series of events that you want to remember. Everything is in the school calendar. Be sure that you have linked yourself to the school calendar on the website. As I've said, the orientation, the 23rd, 24th, 25th, first day of school on the 26th. Inviting you to attend the Mass of the Holy Spirit on Tuesday, August 31st. School pictures will be on September 1st, or for our Tuesday, Thursday friends on September 2nd. Friday, September 3rd is Drill Day. The bonfire is back on the 25th, and October 1st, Grandparents' Day. All of these are in the school calendar. The first day of school is coming quickly. Parents, if you or your child is nervous about the first day of school, please put your child a name tag with your child's first name and teacher name on them, and our 8th graders will be available walking all our kindergartners and younger students to their first day of class during the first week. This is a wonderful tradition and a wonderful act of service our 8th graders have performed for years now, and it's a great way for you to know that your child is safely getting to the classroom. Just a quick reminder that parents are not allowed in the building at the beginning of the day. They're not allowed to walk your child to class. They have to be dropped off at the door following the established procedures. But don't be nervous. We got them, and we'll take good care of your little ones. If you have an older student that is nervous about the first day, please give me a call and we'll make a little more subtle arrangements for your older child. Just some final reminders. If you haven't done so already, please be sure that your School Rush account is set up. If you don't know what I'm talking about or can't find your School Rush activation email, please reach out to Mrs. Sobey in the school office and she'll get you going. Be sure that you're receiving and reading all the emails that you're going to be receiving. If you are in kindergarten, 6th grade, new to the school, please be sure that your medical forms are turned in. You cannot attend school until we have those in our hands. If you have any questions about that, you can reach out to Mrs. Montree. If you would like to, please send pictures of your summer adventures to pictures@stteresaschool.com. Send 1 or 2 pictures of your summer adventures and we'll put those on the monitor for the first week of school. Please be sure that you read and follow the forums in the August mailing, which will be going out later this week, and be thinking about and create opportunities for yourself to stay involved in the life of your child here at St. Teresa School through the Parents Association. So I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. There was a lot of information in this PowerPoint. We are so excited for the beginning of the school year, so excited to be living it together, finally, all back together, even if there are some obstacles. We're going to be focusing on unity and charity with each other. We're going to study our Christian anthropology and learning about the theology of the body. We're going to be upgrading our tech integration and really getting to know iReady and how we can use it to learn and grow. All of this on our journey to Jesus, which is best walked together, even if we have to wear a mask. Looking forward to seeing everybody at preschool orientation and curriculum night. Can't wait to see you. It's going to be a great year. Thank you, and bye-bye.